All right, so we will be recording this meeting now just so anybody who's not here can come back and watch this. So again, starting from the home page, you have these tabs up here. So we'll start with outcome measures. And again, whenever you're taking these measurements at home, they're oversimplified. Take them with a grain of salt. If you get some bad reports on this, no need to fret. We were kind of talking about just before this meeting that you can kind of use these outcome measures as a report card and just kind of track your progress. And if you kind of start noticing like a consistent downwards trend, like maybe that's whenever you can reach out to your doctor and just say, hey, I've been noticing this, but you're not diagnosing yourself with any of these. These are just for you to be able to track your progress and just kind of see how you're doing. Y'all know better than anybody that with MS, a lot of times symptoms can go up and down. So this is kind of just to hopefully help you kind of understand your symptoms better and get used to that up and down that you'll kind of witness. So right here is a little outcome measures tracking sheet that we've made for y'all. Basically, you can just fill in the date at the top, and then whatever you measure for the day, just put down below it. And all of these names kind of correspond with the videos down below. And if they have another sheet for you to track anything on, that's going to be below there. They each have a little description of what it is. There's kind of three main sections about it. Some measure your quality of life, some measure your balance, and some measure your strength. So it's kind of a way for you to keep up with it at home and just measure your progress with whatever you're doing. So do we have any questions so far?
No.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right, then we will keep on going. So we'll go ahead and move on to the exercise tabs. So this page will house a couple of different types of exercises. My group members kind of talked about it just before. We did sitting balance, standing balance, sitting strength, and standing strength, because those are kind of the main areas that we want people to focus on as people with MS. And so they have been really catered towards y'all. And we encourage y'all to perform these exercises in a well-lit area, free of obstacles. If you're unsure if you should do this, please consult your doctor first before starting this program or any other program. And I will so each topic has a warm-up, the exercise session itself, and a cool down. And each of these videos kind of explain how to perform each exercise correctly, and it may include some common mistakes that you see or how to make the exercise harder or easier based on what you need. So I will go ahead and let my group members talk about each of these topics in detail, starting with sitting balance. So we'll go ahead and go to that page.
So, hey, my name is Mira. I did the sitting balance, the refresher. So at the top of each of these exercise pages, you're going to see a little blurb that each of us wrote about the sitting balance or standing balance or whatever we did in general, as well as things you might need. So with sitting balance, for me, obviously you're going to need a chair. In most cases, it really doesn't matter if you have an armrest or not. And I started off with some simple warm-ups, gave cues as to how to place your body and what you should be feeling, as well as hand placement to make sure the right muscles are activating. And I also gave some time within the videos to both follow along with me and then perform another set on your own, because most of these I ask you to do at least 1 or 2 sets of each exercise. So if you could scroll down, Emily. I start off with toe and heel raises, pelvic tilt, and then abdominal contractions. You may or may not have seen these before, but just as a preview, we're also going to hold live or live streamed exercise classes via Facebook Live for each of these classes. So we're going to have a full exercise class on Facebook for seated balance, standing balance, seated strength, and standing strength throughout the next few weeks. The first one's actually this coming Monday. So I will be posting another Facebook event soon. In terms of exercises, I tried to start off with a more simple version of the complex movements that we're doing. So for example, the first exercise that we'll do is marching. So seated marches, you're going to lift up your legs one at a time. And then the following exercise is the mountain climbers. That incorporates more coordination between your upper and your lower body. So in each of these videos, I gave, like Emily said, adjustments and modifications if you're feeling a little uneasy with the movements that we're asking you to do. I gave something that may be a little bit more stable, so holding on if you don't want to use your arms. And I also suggested some ways to make it a little bit more difficult if you're feeling like, you know, what I'm doing right now is a little bit too easy. So with each of these videos, you can go ahead and press the play button immediately from this page and watch the video as is. They don't have any music in the background, so feel free to listen to your own music if you choose to do so. And if what I'm doing asks for, let's say, 2 sets of 10 repetitions, I give you the time to do that. Or if it's for time, let's say you do 2 sets of 10 seconds, there's a timer in the video to show you 10 seconds, so you don't have to count it yourself.
All right.
That's about me. Anyone have questions?
Nope. Nope.
All right. So we'll go ahead and go back to the exercise page. And we will let Mackenzie talk about what she did with the standing balance page.
Yes, so hi, my name is Mackenzie again. Abby and I both did the standing balance page, so we kind of worked together on this. The main thing with these exercises is, since they're in standing and they are challenging your balance, they're going to throw you off a little bit. We really want you to make sure that you're safe while you're doing these. So making sure you have some kind of sturdy object next to you, like a countertop or a chair or something that you can hold on to in case you start to lose your balance. You can put your hand on it. And making sure that you're wearing shoes, not slippery socks, making sure you're not going to slip and fall on some hardwood floors or something. So that's the main thing to start off with these exercises. And we kind of started similar to Mira. We did some more simpler things at the beginning, and it kind of progresses towards the end to a little bit more harder exercises. But each exercise within itself, we show a way to do it to make it a little bit harder if you think it's too easy, or to make it easier if it's not, if it's too challenging and you're losing your balance too much. So the first thing that we start off with is the abdominal draw-ins, because this is kind of the foundation of keeping your balance throughout the whole exercise class. So we first just want you to get used to keeping your core tight, because keeping your core tight is important during all of these balance exercises so that you're not wobbling all over the place. So we kind of start off with that, and then a few other just standing exercises to get your blood pumping, moving, and again, making sure that you have something nearby in case you start to lose your balance. And each of these, I'll explain it in the video, but sometimes you can add weights if you feel like it's too easy, or for some of these we'll do balancing in certain positions with your feet, and you can stand on a pillow to make it more challenging, to add a little bit of more unsteady surface, or you can do it on a higher level. So we kind of explain that throughout the thing. But so the first exercise here is heel raises. This is a good one to challenge your balance up on your toes and help increase your calf muscles to improve your standing balance. And then the next one is a hip abduction. This one is also kind of working on strengthening your hip muscles, but those are important for keeping your balance as well. And then here's where we get into more of the balance exercises. So the first one is just Romberg stance. Your feet are together, and then each of these just has a different foot position. So then you go into semi-tandem, with your feet are kind of like this, and then tandem, your feet are one in front of the other. Tandem is pretty challenging for a lot of people. So just make sure, even if you want to have someone by you in case you do start to wobble, that would be good too. So you can see in the video, I'm holding on to a chair and a table, and then we just like practice lifting your hands off. And then the last two involve a step or some stairs. So if you do not have any stairs or step at your house, you can use a textbook, or just anything that you can kind of step onto. You can stack books to make it higher, which would make the exercises harder, or you can lower them down to make the exercises easier. And that's pretty much it for the standing balance. Any questions with that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, and then we will go ahead and go to the next one, which is sitting strength with Katie.
Hi, again, I'm Katie. So I went through a super similar setup as Mackenzie and Mira with everything. So at the very beginning, I kind of just give you a brief disclaimer why sitting strength or strength in general is important. And then my page has a similar flow. The only difference is I combined my videos for my warm up and my cool down. I made it all one, so you didn't have to go to different videos. But I did, just like Mira said, include the timer. So for the very beginning, I'm having you do stuff for 30 seconds to a minute, and there's a timer on there, so you don't have to worry about pulling your phone out or anything like that. So again, I just started with some seated warm up, and then for my exercises, I tried to hit all of the really big important parts. So I did several core exercises, several lower extremity exercises, and then several upper extremity exercises just to try and hit everything. So it may seem like a lot, and you can take breaks whenever you need, or you can combine exercises. So if one day you're just feeling like you want to work your legs, you can do that. Want to work your arms the next day, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And then in the videos, I use, so I know everyone doesn't have weights. You can use water bottles, you can use soup cans or anything like that. And I actually said that in the video for the ones that just needed different things. And then at the very end, I included some cool down exercises. And that just includes a bunch of stretching because that'll be important to do after the strength training. Does anyone have any questions?
Nope.
All right, then we will go ahead and move on to standing strength with Angela.
Hello. Okay, so kind of like Katie, we start with a warm-up. It's about 5 minutes long. And then at the end of all the exercises, there's also a cool down. And both of those videos are kind of the same format. We give you time in the video to do the exercise, and there's a 30-second timer. After that, we also we work out the legs, the arms, the core, kind of in a similar fashion as Katie was talking about, and it'll give the dosage at the end of the video. So each video is going to have an easy, medium, and hard version, so you can kind of adjust the difficulty based on how you're feeling that day. Some things you might need include weights, or if you don't have those, you can just use water bottles or soup cans or something like that. Now also, some of my exercises are actually laying down on the ground. So you can use a yoga mat for those. You can just use a carpet surface or a towel or something like that. Also for these exercises, I do recommend keeping like a chair nearby or, oh, I'm sorry, what was that? Does someone ask a question?
No.
Okay. So yeah, I do recommend keeping, a table or sturdy countertop or chair nearby because these are in standing. So, just to prevent any loss of balance or anything like that. So one other thing I do include in my videos is a correction of common mistakes that I've noticed a lot of my patients making. So it just shows you what not to do and how to correct that. The only other thing, I do include text in my videos, although I'm also giving a voiceover. Just if you're a visual learner, I just included that. I think that's it. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right. Well, that brings us back to the About page. So this page just kind of summarizes our partnership with Mindset, how we came up with what we wanted to do and how we formatted the website. We just wanted to go ahead and thank Travis for working with us to get all this set up for you. And So kind of like we had mentioned, we are going to have some exercise classes. They're going to be the same exercises that you see here. So if you want to kind of get yourself familiar with some of the exercises and then join our sessions, we're going to kind of just go through the whole thing with you. So if you have any questions, if you're doing something right, or you just want to go ahead and join us for an exercise session, we will be having some of those. Again, we'll send out a Facebook post about when those events are, but I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. Our standing strength exercise will be November 23rd, which is this Monday at 3 p.m. Sitting strength is going to be November 24th, which is Tuesday at 3 p.m. Standing balance is going to be the next week, November 30th, which is Monday at 3 p.m. And our sitting balance will be December 1st, which is that Tuesday at noon. So again, that's a lot. Don't worry, we'll send out a Facebook message and let everybody know what's going on and when we're going to do that. But do we have any questions at all about the website or upcoming sessions or anything else that you want to know?
Not yet. Not till I try it. Not till I try to do it.
If you have any questions as you go through the website, we'll have a short period of time after each of our exercise classes in the next few weeks to answer any of those questions.
Okay.
Hold on to them if you have any.
How many people are on this?
On the call right now?
Yeah.
It looks like we have about 10 now. We have 10 people.
Good. Good. Okay.
And Becky, it looks like you might be trying to ask something, but you're on mute right now.
Question is, will these classes be located on the Mindset page for use on a regular basis?
The live classes where we're putting everything together, or these?
No, the exercise classes, not the live ones, but if in a month from now I want to go back and do exercises or whatever, would I be able to access them through the Mindset page?
So this website kind of puts all the exercises together. So what we're going to do in the classes is going to be all of these, and y'all will have access to this page through Mindset.
Okay.
And I think we are planning on recording the live classes. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mira, but I think y'all will be able to see it kind of all put together too.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I think we're just going to kind of leave it open for a few more minutes. If anybody else kind of joins in and has any questions, or if y'all want to ask or talk about anything else, y'all are welcome to stay on and talk to us. But I think that's kind of our main introduction of the website.
Very cool.
So does the outcome measure sheet look like it would be easy for y'all to use? Because if you printed it out at your home, you'd be able to fill it in with a pen or something.
Top line, yes. It's easy to use.
Okay. Awesome. I think it'll be helpful just to print out and just to look at all your numbers and stuff. And so at the bottom down there, what Emily is showing, we kind of have some interpretations of the scores. So you can know what your scores mean. So for some of the balance ones, if you score lower, technically you could be more of a higher fall risk, but again, these scores aren't, a diagnosis or an end all be all. It's just kind of to track to see where you are on the range of the scale. So, you can see if 1 week you're doing better or 1 week you're doing a little worse, or if you're seeing that trend over time, that's when you can, talk to a doctor about it.
All right, I think that's a good ending space. Since this session was recorded, we'll be able to get everything we talked about in one video, and we'll be able to provide that through the Mindset Facebook pages for other people to view. But thank you all so much for coming today. We're happy to see you here and excited to see you in our exercise classes in the future.
Thank you. Have a good